might be asking yourself, we looked at so many self-improvement books, but why am I still struggling? Podcasts, books, strategies, and I haven't improved a thing in my life. And I'm here to tell you why. But no, on a real note, I realize overconsumption of self-improvement can be a thing. And I'm going to tell you how to stop that right now and how to actually improve yourself. This is the last video you're going to need regarding self-improvement before you actually go improve something about yourself. Sorry for the shaky camera. I am literally holding it because I need a new tripod, and my tripod is making me not even want to film this video. So I said, before I don't film it, let me just hold the phone. Let me hold it so I can get this video out, and whoever watches it. But this is literally going to be the last video that you will need before you go out there and do something. If you are new here, hello, my name is Deja. I do life advice, beauty, fashion, and sometimes just a little bit of girl talk, to be so real. And if you are not new here, then welcome back. I'm so happy to see that you're back. I'm so happy you could be a part of the family. Come here, I want to give you a hug. Let me give you a hug, please. But you know how it is. We're jumping straight into it. Let's go. So the first thing I'm going to say, when it comes to your self-improvement and how you're going to improve your life and level up, we already know 2025 is literally around the corner, okay? We cannot be playing. I'm so for real right now. We can't be playing, okay? We already saw how fast 2024 flew. I don't know about you, but it flew for me. We have no time to joke around. So this is what we're going to do, okay? We are going to look at our day-to-day life, look at your routine, and genuinely see what you're doing with your life. Like, I kid you not. Go download this app called Structured. Even if you don't want to download it, at least write down your day. Yes, I'm a hand talker. I'm literally holding my phone, so leave me alone. But anyways, go download Structured. Honestly, you'll see how much you actually do and don't do. When I actually put my goals into Structured, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 5 o'clock, and then I'm gonna, do my lashes and my nails, and then I'm gonna hit the gym, and then I'm gonna go hiking, and then I'm gonna go do this, and then I'll play tennis like 2 hours after that. But first, before that, I'm gonna go make lunch and read a book. And it was too much stuff that I wanted to do in a really short time frame. And I think where a lot of us get caught up is that we either overpack our schedule and we end up not doing any of it, or we set things in our schedule that we actually want to do, but then we end up not doing it because either something came up, or procrastination, or you're just flat out lazy, okay? Like, it doesn't even have to be the most drastic thing sometimes. But I say this to say, when go plan out your actual day, be realistic about it. If you know 5 a.m. is not going to work for you, skip 5 a.m., okay? If you prefer to wake up at 7:30, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, do that. I will say, if you want to get more done within a day, you are going to have to wake up early. I'm sure you've heard about that. You have to get up early if you want to do more things in your 24 hours, okay? You don't even have to start at 5 a.m. You can work at 7 o'clock and slowly move your way up to 6:30, 6 o'clock, 5:45, 5:30, and then boom, over time, you're at 5 o'clock every morning, every day. And so that is one thing that you can start right now. It's for free, where you can go ahead and start improving your life. Tip number 2, a fear of failure. So in this case, you might be thinking, oh, I want to hit the gym, but like, what if I don't stick to it? I might just start, but that diet's going to be really hard to stick to. I don't really know if I want to do that. I don't know if I can actually, stick to this diet for this amount of time, X, Y, and Z. There might be all sorts of things that might influence you not to do something. We have 100 reasons not to do something, okay? I can tell you 20 different reasons why I did not want to get out of bed this morning, but I still did. All right? And so a part of this fear of failure, you need to overcome this. And I know it's probably easier said than done. So basically what I'm saying here is, there's a lot of things that challenge us and a lot of things that can be very scary for us. But you also need to remember all the positive things that can come out of it. You can make this journey for yourself fun, whether that's going to the gym or starting a new craft. This whole process can be fun. I know a lot of the times we always hear you need to grind, hustle, nonstop, like get to it. But I want you to remember that you can take breaks, and grinding all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week, like you don't even have a single day off to just enjoy your hobby or just sit in silence and relax, you are eventually going to hit burnout at one point or another. So that's another thing. I don't want you guys to sit here and set yourself up to do 10 million tasks and then you burn out and then you never get back to it and you're back to square one and then you're like, why couldn't I complete any of the stuff that I said I wanted to do? Okay, so I want you to remember it's okay to take a break. Just don't get lost in that break. A single day, fine, but don't give yourself a day break because you procrastinated. Give yourself a day break because you scheduled that in your schedule. You put that in your routine. That was already a part of the plan. Because if you do it out of procrastination, it's going to start snowballing. Because you're going to be like, okay, well, I gave myself today off. I'll go tomorrow. And then tomorrow gets here and you're like, oh, well, I don't really feel like going today. Like, I had to go watch my neighbor's cat. So I'm exhausted. That was a lot of work. And then the next day gets here. And, you do decide to go. You get a burst of energy. You're like, okay, fine, I'll go today. And then 3 days later, you're like, I don't really feel like going today. You see what I'm saying? If you tell yourself, no, this day I'm off, and the rest of these days I go to the gym and I go to my tennis class and I do X, Y, and Z, and you stick to that schedule, then the procrastination, it's less likely to creep up on you. I mean, yeah, we're all going to have those days, but if you don't allow the procrastination to take over and to dictate what you are or aren't going to do for that day, then that gives you much more discipline to actually do the things that you said you were going to do. Because how can you trust yourself if you tell the tomorrow version of yourself, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow, and then tomorrow gets here and you're like, oh, I lied, I don't feel like it. That builds a lack of trust with yourself, and so that can snowball over time. Tip number 3, watch your environment, okay? If you surround yourself with people who get drunk all the time, they don't do anything with their lives, they always want you to join their parties, X, Y, and Z. I'm not saying that you can't party, but what I am saying is that you need to, I would suggest skipping out on it, but if you really want to still attend stuff like that, then of course make a day for it and maybe implement it in your schedule somewhere. Don't let it dictate your schedule, but implement it somewhere. So basically, okay, there's a party coming up, implement it, and then is it okay for you to have the day off after that? Because obviously doing a bunch of drinking and then hitting the gym the next day, I probably would not recommend that. And this doesn't have to all be gym focused. This is just an example that I use because for self-improvement, the first thing that I think of is the gym. But this can go towards anything. So if you know you're going to be hungover the next day, maybe skip out on drinking with friends if you plan on being up at 6 a.m. to go hit the gym, okay? The chances of that happening, it's probably going to drop by a lot because let's be so serious. And I have done this before. Let's be so serious. You're going to wake up at 6 a.m. when that alarm go off. You're still going to be drowsy from the alcohol in your system. You're going to be like, hell no, I'm going back to sleep. I don't know why this clock is going off, but I'm not getting up right now. You're going to hit the snooze, and then you're going to go back to bed, and then it's going to be like 10:30 in the morning, and you're like 7 steps missed in your schedule because you woke up like 4.5 hours later. So do not set yourself up for failure by doing things that might snowball into the next day. The final and most important tip, in my personal opinion, is to structure your hobbies. So for over a year, I always told myself, wow, like self-defense looks so cool. I wish I would take up, martial arts or jujitsu. Like it looks so awesome, X, Y, and Z. But I always told myself why I couldn't do it. I said, oh, it costs too much money. I don't know if I have the time for it. I don't know if I can work that in my schedule. Oh, I don't know if I'll know anybody there. I don't want to go alone. I had so many reasons not to go. And then this year I told myself, you know what? Yes, it costs money. It still does. But I want to do this. This is something I have been wanting to do for over a year. And so I decided to take that leap and go do it. Am I going by myself? Yes. Am I doing this by myself? Yes. But hey, there's people there. I'm going to meet new people. I have to get out of my comfort zone and actually explore areas just by myself. And that's okay. All right. And I think that's another thing that comes with self improvement. This is more towards me now, but doing things by yourself and the reasons why you can't do something, flip that in reverse and tell yourself, oh, I should do this because X, Y, and Z. And it'll change your perspective much better. And then hence I booked the class because I told myself, oh, the benefits of me doing this would be X, Y, and Z. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sign up. And I signed myself up for a 6-month membership. So I can't back out of it. And I trust myself enough to know that I will show up to it, especially if I spent my hard-earned money on it. So I just want this to encourage you. If there are things that out there that you want to do that cost money, and say you do have the money for it, but you're worried about the discipline, take a trial class or two and then set yourself up for the shortest membership that they have and stick to it. And that you have to go. You have a membership. All right? You know, that would be blowing your money. That would be wasting your time for you to go in there and then never go again. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. So really just sit down and give yourself a commitment. That could be towards the gym. That could be towards a tennis class, swimming class. It could be towards anything. You can implement this anywhere. But I want you to sit down with yourself and tell yourself, okay, this is my schedule now. This is my new schedule. And this is how I'm going to do it. Okay, you can have trial and error for it. If something doesn't work, change it out. But yes, this is going to be the last video that you need. You got it. You got it. You know you do. Okay, stop it. Stop the procrastination. Stop the self-doubt. You got this. But I'm going to go ahead and hop off. My battery is dying and I really have to leave the house right now. And I'm so sorry for my little talking hand, but that's just what I do. And I love you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I really hope that you guys found this super helpful. Bye.